Good morning, all you beautiful people. Happy Wednesday. It is extremely gray out there, but it's okay. You know what? This means that we're going to have a lot of flowers next week, right? Today we're having peanut butter and jam on a bagel and some apple. So guess who's here? Are you going to have some apples with me? All right, let me start with that. Good boy. Oh, it's mushy. I think it's a Red Delicious. Came in our food box. Oh well. Yesterday was such a relaxing day, friends. Oh my word. At one point, I was just laying on the couch, doing nothing, enjoying the quiet. I didn't even put music on. Well, at that point. I had a nap. I had some nice phone calls. What else? I roasted a bunch of heads of garlic. And I had chili for dinner again. Because I actually brought the rest home. You're a very loud eater sometimes. Did you know that? Did you know that? They gotta see you. There's the Charlie Bear. I'm wearing that lovesick dress that I was talking about. It's so cute. And I've got red snag tights on. Match this stuff. It's so pretty. It's a hoodie dress, which I don't think I've ever had before. I like it even more. It's very comfortable. It's like sweater material. And, oh, I ripped the tag right out. When I was ripping out the price tag, like literally, the tag came right out, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Because I'm a very much textured person. And tags piss me off if they're rubbing on my neck. My brother Adrian's the same way. I'm just thinking of when we were kids. He would get a shirt, wash it, and before it even went in his drawer or in his closet, he would rip the tag out or cut it out if he couldn't rip it. I'm working opening today. Which is why I'm actually dressed. Because I'm probably gonna have breakfast. Well, I'll have maybe 20 minutes or so before I have to leave. It's 10 to 8 right now. And I have to leave at 8:30. So if you wonder why I leave so early, I do leave an hour and a half before my shift now. At least it's not like 2 hours when the construction was going on. Hold on. I don't like to get there and start right away. I don't know how people do it. I've always been the same way. I like to get there and relax for a little bit. Preferably a half an hour, believe it or not. But even a couple of minutes will really do. I just feel like if I get there, I sit down, I relax. I actually usually do play a couple of songs. Generally speaking, I play the same songs. Y'all know that I'm very particular in my ways. So, I like to play Sound of Silence by Disturbed. There Was Jesus by Dolly Parton and Zach something. I forget his last name all of a sudden. And one or two songs by We Three, and a song by Lauren Daigle. It's not a particular song, it's just one of her songs. I love her voice so, so much. And I just put the music on, and I close my eyes. We have like a club chair in the back. If somebody's not sitting in that club chair, because then I'll sit in the other folding chair, but generally speaking, I'll sit in the club chair. Close my eyes and zone out listening to that music. And it just kind of grounds me from, my travel. Because sometimes my travel can be very anxiety-ridden. So I just need that little bit of a few minutes to come back from the anxiety. Excuse me. So, this is really fluffy. Like pilly. We'll see how it goes throughout the day. It was super cheap. It cost me like $8. Yesterday, I thought long and hard about this the whole day. In the evening, I thought back on the conversation that I had with the young person that came into the store who was having the anxiety attack. And they had told me that I should look them up. Online. That they had done a TED Talk. So, I remember I told you I found them in the queer group. So I went back, checked their name. I was typing it in at one point and I couldn't find them, and I'm like, no, this is weird, because all they said was that I just had to look up their name and TED Talk and it would pop up on Google. I had their last name wrong. So, got the right name, went over to Google, searched them, and found it. Watched it twice. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes when I watch something the first time, I've explained this too, but when I go to shows and stuff like that, I'm paying attention to the body movements, the background, if they're showing a screen or anything like that. And sometimes it's hard for me to decipher between, or my brain, I guess, to decipher between what it wants to pay attention to, the actual speaking, or the other things. So sometimes I miss a bit. I just can't remember it because I've been looking at other things. So the first time I try and listen to all of that, plus look at all the background and everything. And then the second time, I pay attention to just the speaking, because I've seen everything already, right? I hope that makes sense. What a amazing presentation. Wow. I'm like crying again. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. With some littles outside going to school. Oh my gosh. It's this family. They're so stinking cute. They used to go by my window almost every day when I was sewing and wave at me. So this one time they saw me outside. And they didn't put two and two together that I was the person that they were waving to in the window all the time. So I waved at them, and of course they waved back. And the mom was like, "Do you even realize who that is?" They said, "No." And they're like, "That's the lady that you wave at in the window." It was so cute. Cheers, queers. So now if they see me, we end up having a whole conversation. Well, I'm back to the other person now. So I thought about it, and I thought, you know what? I really want to connect with this person. Somehow, some way. Because I just really feel like I needed to. So I went back on the queer group, back in the members list, found them, and sent them a message, just telling them who I was, and then sent them a link to yesterday's video. Because I want them to know that they made an impact in my life, right? I think if you can do that for somebody as a person, it's such an accomplishment and such a gift, you know? So I wanted them to know that, I was still thinking about them. And hopefully I made a difference in their life too. That would really mean something to me. So, unfortunately, or I guess fortunately in some cases, because you don't always want mail from everybody, messages from everybody, it kind of goes into a separate message part. I don't know what to call it, where you can filter who sends you messages. So the person actually has to go into their message requests and confirm that they want to accept it. It doesn't just come through, which is really cool. Like I said, it sucks for me right now because who knows when they'll get that message. But it is very cool as a person who uses social media that not everybody can just message you straight off the bat. And just a reminder that in cases like this, where if you don't want to, message the person, you don't have to. So they don't ever have to reply to me. I just wanted to reach out to them. again, I feel so blessed. Like, they were just meant to come into my life that day, and vice versa, hopefully, you know? Because the more and more that I thought about it, like, you know, Axel and I definitely know how blessed we are. And we obviously, you know, I want to say do things, but it sounds kind of facetious if I say that we're doing it for a reason. No, we gift back to the community because we feel like we've been blessed. So that's why I say we do things, because we feel blessed. So like we volunteer at the church. You know, Axel's been doing it every Tuesday and Thursday since last year. And I, even though I could have went yesterday, I need downtime. So if I'm only going to get, you know, 1 or 2 days off a week, and they're sporadic, like they're not booked together, sometimes on that down day I really do just need to do nothing. I need to relax, because weekends are not a thing, right, in retail life. You don't get a weekend per se. And if you're lucky, you get 2 days off in a row. It feels like you hit the lottery when you do. It's kind of hilarious. We actually, like, as soon as you go to the back when the schedule is posted, and you see that you have, like, you know, 2 or possibly 3 days booked together, you're like, woohoo! It's so funny. My coworker just did that the other day, because I think you never expect it. And it's kind of like a little bonus when you do get it. I am waiting for a couple of days booked together off, because I want to go to Burlington and visit with Sharon. Hopefully that can happen soon. But I also have my trip in June to New Brunswick, and I booked my holiday for that already. So that is going to be... That was an interesting noise from a car. That is going to be so fun. I can't wait. Like, told my dad last night, because, you know, I didn't really want to tell anybody yet, because I hadn't booked my vacation and everything. Vacation time from work, so I wasn't sure if it was going to happen. Even though the chalet is booked, she did it so that she could cancel it at any time and get her money back, so that, you know, we don't lose out on anything. So it's a chalet in Baie-Satin, and I'm super excited. There's 5 of us going. I can say my cousins' names, like, whatever. So it's me, Carol, Jose, Kel, and Lisa. And then my cousin Jen, she is not in the best of health. She's had health problems her whole entire life. So it would be too stressful for her to do that. So what Carol and I are going to do, we're going to go and visit her when we get back, and have like a little, you know, party per se for her, and just celebrate her turning 50 as well. So it's very exciting, because I haven't seen, I don't think I've seen Jose or Kel or Lisa, actually. Jesus, Murphy. Since I was a teenager. So we're talking at least 30 years. No, more than 30 years. Maybe 35 years. Holy shit. Carol I saw 2 years ago. And Carol and I were seeing each other pretty regularly, because she used to come at the cottage and visit us. So that was nice. I forget what little town she lives in, but it's just like, it's not far. Like, compared to New Brunswick, it's not far. Or Quebec. And then my other cousin lives in Saskatchewan, I think. I think Kel lives in Saskatchewan. But yeah, we're all over the place. Jose lives in Quebec. And Lisa lives in New Brunswick. She's in, I think she's in Cap Pelé, but I'm not sure. So, it's so funny because, you know, after you talk to your French cousins, your French accent kind of comes out. So I can imagine when I come back from being with them for like a whole entire freaking week, I'm going to talk like totally different. It's the same as if I hang out with my relatives from down east, like my aunt. Honest to God, she talks 100 miles an hour, and it's funny, but we always say it sounds like she just came yesterday, even though she's been here for decades. She's been here probably, I don't know, 50-something years, because as far as I know, she's been here ever since I was born. So, but man, your accent really never leaves you. You know, you can kind of mask it, but I think when you get excited, when you get sad, when you get mad especially, the accent comes out. All right, friends, that's it for today. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'm kind of excited when I work early because then I have, I work in the morning. I'm home by 3 o'clock. And then I have the rest of the evening to myself. So no OA meeting this morning, but one this evening. So have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you know when I put up a new video. I love you. You are awesome. Thanks for watching. Bye.